In the deep blue expanse of the digital ocean, we submerge into a world where skill, strategy, and silent stealth coalesce. Welcome to Silent Service 2, the pinnacle of submarine simulation games from the year 1990, an epoch when DOS-based games were the kings of interactive entertainment.
Well, I'm going to do one more of a series of looking back at older video games, older submarine games. This one will be Silent Service 2. A lot of you are familiar with this game. It was one of the first really good games to come out. It preceded Command Aces of the Deep by about 5 years. It's now available on Steam. Just like in the old DOS days, you just select no for joystick and the game should start right up. Wendy, fill us in.
Created as a sequel to the 8-bit home computer game in 1985 by the renowned game designer Sid Meier and published by Microprose, 1990's Silent Service 2 places you in the heart of the Pacific Ocean during World War II.
Thank you, Wendy. This is the copyright protection that came with the game in the old days. You had to pick the correct ship silhouette to get the game to run. And if you had the printed out manual pre-internet days, you could thumb through there and find the right one. You have a variety of missions you can play. Some of the historical ones are my favorites. I'll go ahead and make this one normal just to get going. Don't want to make it too complicated. I seem to have a tendency to get sunk early when I'm doing these kind of videos, so I'm going to make this one easy. Yes, there is your diesel engine sounds. Very primitive, but hey, at least it had sound. Now this game relies on keyboard input only. You need a good keyboard guide, which you can get at Subsim in the mods section to know all the controls to play the game. The map view gives you an overview of the combat scenario. And the bridge view, of course, gives you a real basic look at the surface. The ships, when they actually are visible, are always pretty good sized ships. They're not really small, diminutive. So I suppose that is the dive alarm. And now we have the electric motor sounds. Okay, we'll skip ahead. We're closing in on these ships. Try to get set up for a good torpedo shot here. I like how the speed sounds vary depending on how fast you're going. Now you see the icon of the periscope, so it allows you to look through it. You can look right or left in 1 degree increments, or you can hold the shift key down and look in 10 degree increments. And then you push the question mark, lock your TDC on.
As the captain of an American submarine, you are entrusted with the task of disrupting the Japanese maritime operations, taking on enemy ships and evading deadly depth charges.
So basically, Wendy, what you're saying, this is all up to me as the player. All right, let's fire a few torpedoes. You get a nice cutscene. I can see a torpedo wake heading straight for the ship. The TDC gives you the ship's speed, range, and the direction it's going. Okay, so that's a hit. We'll move over, shift focus to the next target. American subs, as opposed to the German U-boats, carry 6 torpedoes in front and 4 in the back. So American subs have a lot of firepower. Problem was, historically, up until 1942-43, American torpedoes were very unreliable, and Americans probably missed out on a lot of tonnage. Take a quick look at the gauge view. Everything looks normal. Now, as far as I can tell, there's no option to disable the God's Eye view in this game. There's another hit. Kind of a slow motion animation. This one actually includes a little fire. So I'm not sure if this guy's sunk or not. Might take another torpedo. Let's send another one in to finish him off. I still have him locked on my TDC. As soon as I get a hit, I'll switch to the other ship. So there we go. When that bar turns yellow, I can lock it. But I have to be quick. I guess that means he blew up. Or I hit another ship with another torpedo. I'm not sure which. Let's see if we can't knock this guy out of the fight. Is there anybody else out here? Kind of look around and see. Yep, that buzzing sound must be a torpedo hit. He looks perfectly fine. That didn't seem to faze him at all. Let me send another one his way. Now the yellow icon must be me, and the red one is the torpedo, and then the white one's the enemy ships. When you go below periscope depth, they turn black. So I guess that indicates you're hearing it on sound bearing only. Here we go. Lost TDC lock and he is sinking. So this is going to be a successful patrol. Good way to get warmed up. And my radar's wrecked, but I don't know how that happened. Yep, he's still sinking. No lifeboats. I'll shut off the engines, give it a little bit of quiet time. There we go. We sunk 4 ships. Mush Morton would be proud. Now with normal difficulty set, this was really easy. Let's try a war patrol. A single war patrol, and let's find out how much of a challenge it is with the difficulty set higher. Okay, we'll change the date slightly. Don't want to start off at the beginning of the war. Can't get your hands on the good submarines then. All right, so 43 should be when the American torpedoes were in good shape. Let's switch down to the Gatto class, or the Imperial Gatto class. Maybe that stands for improved. I'd hope so. USS Cobbler. That's an interesting name. We're going to head to southern Japan. So to transit the ocean, we just basically repeatedly tap the arrow key until we get there. And if along the way we end up with a contact, it'll stop us. Here we have one that we have the option to engage yes or no. So we'll engage this rascal and see if we can sink him. Oh, it's 2 of them. Okay. Change course. Change course for intercept. Now, until I lock on with my TDC, I don't know how fast they're going. Oh, it's night mission. It's not too bad looking. I like that. Let's see if I can see these guys. Okay, there's one of them. Where's the other one? Oh, I guess he's gray, so that means he's out of visual range. Well, maybe that means I'm out of his visual range too. I hope so. Now I see the radar indicator at the bottom of the toolbar, so that must tell me I'm on radar contact too. Okay, now I have a lock on him. Closing the range. I've got a 7-knot speed advantage. Okay, we jump ahead. I'm getting closer and closer to torpedo range. I should probably switch to the slow-running torpedoes for greater range. I can actually see that's an escort ahead of him. I don't want to get caught in his radar, so I have to stay back, fire from long range. Okay, select long-range torpedoes. They're slower, but they'll reach further. Go ahead and go straight at him and get ready to turn hard right and run. As soon as I fire. That's a good profile. There's one. Move the indicator over to the right a little bit. Give it a spread. There's two. All right, hard right rudder. Uh-oh. That indicates something's happening. Our torpedoes are going just right. But I think that escort's coming at us now. He had to detect us. I'm not sure how. Hopefully the cargo ship doesn't change course and dodge my torpedoes. That's going to make all of this in vain. Uh-oh. That roar sound must be the escort firing. We've been hit. I think our torpedo struck. Oh, we got hit again. It sounded like our engine slowed down too. Got hit again. All right, this is just too hairy. We have to go to periscope depth. Oh, I think we sank him though. All I see is the torpedo down there now. So one of our torpedoes must have struck him. We did get that. But we are being chased by this escort now, so we'll get to see the second phase of the game now. The evasion component. Looks like everything in our submarine's been beat up pretty bad. I blame the fact that I didn't really recognize they were firing at us at first. Those buzzer sounds don't really sound like a shell or a ship firing. Okay, I've got an option to release debris. I'm going to go ahead and do that. I don't know what it'll do. If it'll help, I have no idea. Okay, so it seems like he's circling us now. I better slow down, make it a little harder for him to hear us. I'm not sure how much depth under the keel we have. Maybe that was told to us in the intro information. Whoa, he's getting really close. Coming right over us, actually. So far, no depth charges. The game does have time compression. Don't really like using it, though. AI doesn't keep up with the fight very well. Okay, some of the damage is being repaired. That's great. A few minutes later, he's still going after us. Let's go ahead and come to periscope depth and have a look at him. Looks like he's going straight now. Yeah, if I can find him. With my 10 degrees at a time sweep here. Yeah, where is he? There he is. Oh yeah, he's heading out now. He's leaving town. Range is increasing. We'll go ahead and give him something to remember us by. Who knows? If he's going in a straight line, maybe we could hit him with a couple wild shots. No, he's going 33 knot. There's no way we can hit him. I wasted 2 torpedoes on that. Well, may as well switch back to our fast-running torpedoes for our next encounter. He is gone. Got away. All right, let's surface and resume our patrol. We'll end the battle. Got us a tanker, 2,700 tons. Not bad. Let's go deeper into our patrol zone. Yeah, we got another contact. But we're under attack on this one. So we don't have the option to engage or disengage. So apparently this means they caught us by surprise. They know we're here. So that presents a different tactical problem. Alright, where is he? There he is. Not sure what he is, but there he is. Let's get a TDC lock on him. Alright, he's closing the range, so he must be a warship. It's going 18 knots, so he's probably a warship, not a cargo ship. We're closing range fast, too. Probably should go to periscope depth, but it is nighttime, so I should be okay. Let's send him love from long range. Uh-oh, there's that crazy squirrely sound again. I think that represents him shooting his cannons at me. I guess I'll just shoot back at him. Yeah, I hear the sound of his guns. I'll fire my guns and send a torpedo for good measure. And I've already got a leaking fuel tank, so I may as well go ahead and go to periscope depth. Oh, a little bit too late going to periscope depth. Cure the deck gun crew. Alright, time for one close range down the throat shot. Okay. Evasion measures. Whoa, looks like I might have hit him. The other torpedo ran out of fuel, but the second one just sounded like it made an impact. But I still hear his sonar pinging sound. Alright, that's just 2 depth charges. I'm not too worried about that. I still got a lot of fight left in me. Or not. Well, I guess that's it for this patrol. Damaged him, but I didn't sink him. He sank me. I like this game's scorekeeping. That was a great feature. I'm going to have to fill that Hall of Fame up. All right, Wendy, wrap it up for us.
From the historical authenticity of its setting to the depth of its gameplay, Silent Service 2 remains an enduring classic, a benchmark in the genre of submarine simulation games. It's a testament to a time when video games began to embrace complex narratives and strategic depth, leading the way for games like Aces of the Deep, Silent Hunter, and Crash Dive.
If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. You know how important that is to Uncle Neil. That's all for now, Captain. Good hunting, and don't forget to close the hatch.